Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video I'm going to take a look at the best decks to play the Legend in Hearthstone Ashes of Outland after the second set of nerfs. The first set of nerfs, the lightning nerfs right at the start, they focused on Demon Hunter. The second set of nerfs also nerfed Demon Hunter a little bit, but it also touched Kael'thas, which does the OTK variant of Demon Hunter and Spell Druid, and it does the Sacrificial Pact, which really hurt Galakrond Warlock. So out of the rubble, what comes out? Galakrond Warlock, I don't think it's playable anymore. It just feels really bad. I've played 2 days of Galakrond Warlock now and I can't make it work anymore. And there are no statistics from High Legend for the archetype. It just disappeared completely when it was nerfed. And Spell Druid was another one of my recommendations before. Spell Druid is still playable. It still has above 50% win rate. But it's also not top tier deck anymore. So it also got hurt. And when those good matchups from Resurrect Priest went away, then that kind of hurt the Priest as well. So out of the 4 decks that I recommended last time, 3 are gone, and then there's one other. There's the Demon Hunter. And what can you say about Demon Hunter? Nerf is gonna nerf, but Demon Hunter shakes it off. And Demon Hunter is still doing extremely well. So looking into what can I recommend for climbing the Legend, obviously there are still lots of decks that are viable, lots of decks with over 50% win rate, and those will eventually get to Legend. But what can I really recommend? Anything that I want to recommend would have to be at least okay against Demon Hunter. The matchup cannot be bad, it has to be close to 50-50 at least. Or if something has a positive win rate against Demon Hunter, like a really positive one, then that's immediate recommendation. And the list is very, very short. So let's take a look at the decks that would be the fastest to climb to Legend if you were to start right now. And on my list as number 5 is Dragon Hunter. Dragon Hunter with the Boar package is a perfectly viable deck, and Dragon Hunter is actually a good deck against Demon Hunter. So that already justifies a place in top 5 decks in the world. If you can beat Demon Hunter, yeah, you're cool, you're good. What keeps Dragon Hunter from being even higher on the list is that it has a number of bad matchups. Those matchups might not be that common in the meta right now, but there are several of them. Priest can be tricky, Murloc Paladin can raise this, and Warrior is the worst of them all. This is really struggling to put together enough damage to kill Warriors. Still, as you probably will face a lot of Demon Hunters, this can actually get you to Legend pretty fast with the right matchups. Coming in as number 4 is Highlander Hunter. Hunter was one of the beneficiaries of the nerf patch. Hunter is good again. Hunter is playable again. Highlander Hunter cannot really boast a great Demon Hunter matchup. It's more like a 50-50. But let's say you draw against Demon Hunter and you beat a lot of the other stuff in the meta, then that still makes you pretty good. The strength of Highlander Hunter is that it's impossible to completely shut out. There is no deck that is really strong against Highlander Hunter. Okay, if you go into some 45%ers, okay, you still win those almost half of the time. So having a roughly even matchup against Demon Hunter and no bad matchups elsewhere, that's one possible recipe for success. Coming in as number 3 recommendation right now, Galakrond Secret Rogue. Rogue is back in power, and we can all rejoice in the knowledge that Galakrond, endless stream of lackeys that generate endless streams of resources, and if you play a long game against Rogue, both players may end up playing 100 cards, of which 70 did not start in their decks, and who knows what can happen, anything can happen. So this is almost like Descent of Dragons all over again, except this time with Shadow Jeweler Hanar, so even more random stuff, this time in form of random secrets. Galakrond Rogue can also now boast a roughly even matchup against Demon Hunter, and that is like the requirement to even get started in the race. In addition, it completely wrecks all priests on the ladder, which is part of the reason why I can't recommend Resurrect Priest anymore. And it's weak against some of the really aggressive decks, but those are not very common right now. So Secret Rogue, one strong option for climbing to Legend. Number 2 is Pain Warrior. There are many names for this deck. The original list was from No Hands Gamer, some called it No Hands Gamer Warrior, but it mostly became known as Egg Warrior, because that list ran Serpent Eggs and then sometimes it copied those eggs and it ran Terrangorfid. But actually looking at statistics, it's better to play with the same concept and still have that Galakrond Elite Inner Rages, Rampages and Bloodsoul Mercenary for some insane burst. But cut the eggs. And what do you call it then? Do you still call it Egg Warrior? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Aegis Replay calls this archetype Control Warrior, but that's total nonsense. This has never seen a control deck. Anyway, the biggest ticket to fame of this deck is that this is really good against Demon Hunter. This is the best Demon Hunter counter on the ladder. Between your Risky Skippers and Armor Smiths and just generating so much armor and some big swings, you can really contest that. And the deck only has one real weakness, and that weakness is Priest. So as you can see, Priest is a name that's either in the strong matchups or in the weak matchups list of pretty much everyone on the recommended list. And that's part of the reason why Priest is not part of the recommended list, because whatever matchups you end up with, you roll or you die. But Pain Warrior, right now, it's not played too much, but it has some real good success against Demon Hunter, so you have an option to be ahead of the curve a little bit and play a deck like this on your climb and farm those Demon Hunters. However, if you're looking for the most stable deck in the meta, then you're looking at Demon Hunter itself. Demon Hunter is just strong, it doesn't have any remarkable weaknesses. That sort of Egg or Pain Warrior is like the biggest weakness it has, and it doesn't lose to that every time either. So this is just unconditionally powerful. The main effect that the latest nerf patch had on Demon Hunter was that Priestess of Fury builds are back, because there's no sacrificial pact that would eat your Priestess anymore, so now you can afford to play Priestess again. But make no mistake, you can perfectly play whatever Demon Hunter list you have been playing, and you will still win a lot of games. They're all good. It's just that if you look at the percentages, then the Priestess lists are right now a little bit better than the ones that top out at Skull of Gul'dan. You can even run the nerfed Frenzied Fellwing in your Demon Hunter decks. It doesn't mind. Frenzied Fellwing is no longer, it's like at the bottom third of the deck at the moment in performance. Maybe it should actually be cut, maybe it's not strong enough anymore. But even if you run it, you're still fine. But if you want to edge out every last percentage point you can get, then Priestess builds right now are the way to go again. So the latest set of nerfs had quite a drastic effect in the meta actually. It just was that everything else went away that was previously top tier except for Demon Hunter, and the other decks on the top tier were replaced by new decks. But that's how we roll. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.